it was in the news that, some of our friends are trying to build a new masjid in Sterling Heights. And those brothers and sisters have been planning to build this masjid for a long time now. They do have a small masjid on Dequindre, but it's small, so they decided to expand. So they purchased a new piece of land in Sterling Heights, and they were about to build a masjid for the followers of Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam. Unfortunately, when the issue was brought to the city and the city called for hearings from the neighbors, many neighbors expressed extreme resentment and objection toward building this masjid. Unfortunately, most of the objection came from our friends at the Chaldean community. They were opposed to building this masjid. They went by droves to the city council expressing their objection toward building this masjid. Now, I know why some Chaldeans have this hard feeling toward Islam and Muslim. I know, I understand. Because their churches were bombed in Iraq, their priests were killed, their properties were looted, many Christian Chaldeans were forced to leave their homes and leave Iraq. I do understand, and they are not so happy about what's happening to their fellow Christians in Iraq. And this is why they are opposing building a masjid in Sterling Heights. However, my message to our friend in the Chaldean community, that we always have good relationship with them, that those who killed your priest and bombed your churches in Iraq, they don't belong to those who are trying to build the masjid in Sterling Heights. Indeed, the terrorists in Iraq who speak in the name of Islam already targeted the followers of Ahlul Bayt in Iraq, just like they targeted Chaldeans. These terrorists have nothing to do with Islam. They have nothing to do with genuine Islam. They claim to be Muslims. They speak in the name of Islam, but they are liars. They do not speak for our religion. They have killed more Muslims than non-Muslims. Daesh killed more Muslims than non-Muslims. They demolished more mosques than churches. And now in Iraq, on the ground, who's fighting them? Who's fighting Daesh? Christians? Jews? No, the Muslims, the followers of Ahlul Bayt are fighting Daesh. The only group that is fighting Daesh today, the terrorists of Daesh, are the followers of Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam. No one else, not even the United States. The United States claims that they are fighting, it's fighting Daesh. It's not a real fight. The ones who are taking the largest toll are those who are fighting on the ground. The sons of Ahlul Bayt school of thought. Thousands of them have been martyred by Daesh. Over 7,000 shaheed so far. Over 7,000 shaheed have been killed by Daesh in Iraq. And all those shaheed are Muslims and following Ahlul Bayt. I wish our Chaldean friends realize the fact that Daesh does not only hate the Chaldeans, they basically hate everyone. Everyone. They hate humanity. They attack Christians, Muslims, Yazidis. They attack basically all people who are opposed to their doctrine. So it is not fair that they go and object building a masjid that is being built by the followers of Ahlul Bayt, the victims of Daesh, the vowed opponent of Daesh. These are not terrorists building masjid. These people who are building the masjid in Sterling Heights are not pro-terrorists. They are peaceful Muslims. Indeed, they are themselves or some family members are victims of Daesh and victims of ISIS. And we live in a country that all people have the right to build their worship place. This is the blessing of living in this country, that all people have the right to have their own worship place. Your worship rights are protected by the Constitution of the United States. So what we see now happening in Sterling Heights, the objection being displayed by some people in Sterling Heights, is not American. It's not American at all. America does not promote bigotry. This is bigotry. This is hatred. And there is no room for hatred in this country. There should be no room for hatred and bigotry in this country. What is the difference between Daesh and those who oppose building the masjid in Sterling Heights? There is no difference. ISIS is a bunch of bigots, hateful, who hate others. Those people are also a bunch of bigots who hate others, without distinguishing between hard-working, peaceful Muslim and someone who claims to be Muslim but he has no Islamic roots. So I think we, the Muslim community, especially in Dearborn, we have to support our brothers and sisters in Sterling Heights. We are not looking for any fight with any community. We do respect the Chaldean community. And I said earlier, I understand why they feel that way, why they feel bitter, because of what happened to them in Iraq. But they have to understand that what happened to them in Iraq was not done by true Muslims. It was done by a bunch of bigots, Daesh, ISIS, who killed more Muslims than non-Muslims.